Creating content is easy. Everyone, even their dog, can create a blog post these days, right? But creating content that actually makes a difference, not just to your reader, but to you as the business owner. Difference as in this. That's not very easy, as you know. Few, as a matter of fact, manage to do it. So, in this broadcast, we're going to talk about how to make money. And I mean dollars, not just hypothetical ROI of some sorts, but real money from your content by repurposing it. I'm going to show how I have done it in the past and how you too can do it. What I'm going to focus on today is talking about affiliate marketing posts, product pages, and service pages. Those are the pages that we create to make money. Yet, as you, I'm sure know by now, those are the hardest pages to drive traffic to, hardest pages to build links to, and hardest pages to rank on Google because of how competitive the keywords normally are. Why are the keywords so competitive? Because usually people who are looking to buy product, people who look it up by name, or people who look up discounts for a specific product, it means that they want to buy. They're buyers. They're not just looky-loos. They're not just looking for information. So everybody wants a buyer. That's why it's so competitive. So I have managed to establish a system where I can consistently rank my affiliate marketing blog posts by doing nothing but repurposing them. So just in case you don't know what content repurposing is, and I did have a nifty thing here for you here. Let's take a look at this. Content repurposing is foremost a traffic generation strategy, and it focuses on turning your content into various media formats. For instance, from a blog post, you can go to video or a slide deck or images. Or, for instance, if you're a video creator, you can go from video to audio to transcript to blog post. Or if you start from a podcast, if you're a podcaster, you can go to video to blog post to images. Basically, that's what various media formats mean. And then you can take all that repurposed content and publish it on platforms your prospect is on right now and drive free organic traffic back to your websites. And that's a beautiful thing, wouldn't you say? Let me get out of this. So how do you repurpose your content? In this instance, I'm going to show you a specific example of how I did it for one of my affiliate marketing products. And for some reason, I need to enable my my comment box so that I can actually see who is here. If you don't mind, just say hello to me. Oh, I don't want to do that. Feel free to say hello to me, and hopefully I'll be able to see who's there and I'll be able to answer your questions. Meanwhile, I'll just keep tinkering here just a little bit until I see. Nope, that's not it. Dang technology, right? Anyway, so I'm just going to talk and hopefully that will work out. So, affiliate marketing post. We are going to take a look at one of the posts that I have created and how I managed to rank the post doing nothing but repurposing content. Now, I'm making literally hundreds of dollars per month from this product doing nothing but just letting it be. Okay? So, the post is, let me find it for you. There we go. So this post at Traffic Generation Cafe is written about a video marketing creation product. It's called Content Samurai. And as I said, it has been a very, very profitable tool for me because I was able to get it on the top page of Google for several key buying keywords like the name of the product and product name and the word discount. It's perfect. That's exactly where the sweet spot is for any kind of affiliate marketing product, as well as product pages, of course, or service pages. So here's what you do. Here's kind of my blueprint that I will gladly share with you. So first of all, as you can tell from this post of mine, and hold on. Oh, look at that. I figured out how to open the comment box. Oh, I'm so smart. Look at that. Nice. Finally. So the first thing that I want to talk about, in your post specifically, make sure you don't sell the product, you sell the benefits. Does that make sense? Sell the benefits. And what I mean is that people don't, as you know, you've heard this before, people want to buy, but they don't want to be sold to. So when they come to the page, they're already convinced they want the product. They just need to see an additional information about maybe how to use the product, or maybe why they would want to buy it from you versus another person. So when I present a blog post, I teach people how to actually use the product. Like for instance, in this case, you can see that I'm giving you 5 ways that they can use the product in their business. Specific ways, like for instance, here down, going down in the post, I'm telling them how to create videos for Facebook specifically, right? And then for Twitter specifically. So I'm giving them specific tips on how to use the content. And that's why this blog post works. So the next thing that I want you to pay attention to, we are going to reduce this long blog post. For the most part, a typical blog post will probably be somewhere around 1,000 words to 2,000 words. That's way too long for repurposed content. When you repurpose content for any types of media, like a video or a slide deck, people don't want to watch a half an hour long video. They just don't, right? You know it. You are a viewer, you know it. So we need to reduce a blog post from about 1,000 to, let's say, 300 at most. I usually shoot for about 100 words. And it's not really that difficult, trust me, especially if you've done this a couple of times before. So let me go back to the post. And for instance, what I'm looking for here is cutting out all the content that doesn't need to be there, while creating suspense. I need to intrigue my viewers. So, for instance, this one starts with, "Dear content creator, allow me to level with you," blah, blah, blah. But look at this. You no longer have a choice whether or not to deliver your content through video. Bingo, that's a good one to keep, because that puts people on edge and makes them think, "Whoa, I don't have a choice? I really do want to see what that looks like," right? And then the next line, also a good one. Video is now the primary way people want to learn, shop, and interact online. So those 2 lines will definitely go into my outline. People also like stats, like these ones, because that would scare the heck out of me if I wasn't doing video marketing, right? Hi guys, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hello. Feel free to ask questions, by the way, as we're doing this. So once again, we want to intrigue, not sell, with our outline, right? The next thing that we're going to do, once we trim down our post, we are going to import our outline into PowerPoint. Now, there's something that I forgot to mention. Of course I did, right? What we're doing here is, I should have said that beforehand. So let me go back to the post a little bit and step back before I scare you off with PowerPoint outlines and all of that. Duh. So going back to the post and how I managed to repurpose it. We already talked about what repurposing is, but let me show you in practice how I did it for this post, right? So first of all, when we talk about real money, it is real money, I tell you. I am the top affiliate for this product that I'm talking about, Content Boomerang, and I make hundreds of dollars per month off of it, and this is recurring income. So this is a beautiful thing, a sweet spot for any affiliate marketer to get to. So then I took a blog post, this blog post, right? And I turned it into video, and of course I ran ahead of myself just a little bit and I talked about the outline. But this is a video that I created, and as you can see, it's ranking as the first video for the product name Content Samurai on YouTube. And that's an incredibly good thing. Not that difficult to achieve, but still, you know, you have to work a little bit for it. And then look at that. Every time you publish, hey Mitch, every time you publish a piece of repurposed content, what do you get with it? You get a link. So not only you are getting your content out there, this is my transcript, by the way, that's what's helping the video to rank, because I post transcript for the video as a description, and of course transcript has a lot of keywords in it, so it's helping my video to rank #1. So once again, not only did I manage to get out there with my content, not just have it on my blog where nobody can see it, right? And you can't, your blog makes no money if it's not seen, if it's not shared, if it's not out there. So this is a purpose for content repurposing. So, and then you manage to build links as well to your primary blog post. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone, right? Okay, so moving on. So I create a video. I also, to create a video, the basis for my video is actually a slide deck. And a slide deck, let me show you what it looks like. One second. Of course I don't have it open. Why would I? A slide deck basically is something that you create with PowerPoint or Keynote. Generally people refer to them as presentations, but presentations is just way too formal. I'm looking at it for it while I'm talking to you. It's just basically way too formal of a name, so I call them slide decks, but this is what it looks like. It's basically nothing but a string of images. You can see them right here. So every single frame in the video is just an image from the slide deck. And the reason why I create slide deck first, you guys who are not very fond of getting in front of the camera, which by the way, I'm not. This is taking a lot of practice, and every time before I get on in front of a camera, whether it's live broadcast especially, but also even when it's recorded video, my heart goes So if you are like that and you're thinking, no way I can do video marketing, you can, because doing it this way through a slide deck, just like this one, you do not need to be on camera. You do not even have to use your voice. All you need is to be able to put your outline, import your outline into a presentation and then print it up and make it look like this. And all you do from that point on is simply export it as a video file, as MP4 file. Hi, Jeffrey. Yes, indeed, Jeffrey says, good to see you stretching your comfort zone. You have no idea, but you know, truly, it's been good for you, for me. It's been giving me a lot of comfort to get out there and be doing something that I was scared of for years. So, thank you again for joining me here, but let's move along. So I told you a little bit, getting ahead of myself. So importing an outline into PowerPoint. There's a function in PowerPoint, and I really don't have time to go into it right now, quite honestly. But that function allows you to simply click on import button. And if you play with PowerPoint or Keynote, you'll be able to find it. Just play with that PowerPoint, you know, just click on everything and you learn it in half an hour. I did it while watching a football game in front of the TV. So, not a big deal. You can do it. So import the outline into PowerPoint. And what that does is it basically puts automatically every sentence or every paragraph, I should say, on its own slide. So by importing it, literally takes about 30 seconds. You have a rudimentary, a simple, a very plain, but it's still a slide deck. So all you need to do from that point on is just to pretty it up. You need to turn the deck into eye candy by adding fonts, colors, and images. And that's exactly what I did for my slide deck, of course. Once it's just an outline, it's just a bunch of text, and then from that point on, you just add, you see how simple it is. Well, it is simple to me because I've had a lot of practice, but look at this. It's just a one-liner, right? And the next image, by the way, is the same image. I'm recycling the same image, just changing the text. Adding a little bit of humor is always a good thing, right? And then suspense. Do you see those 3 dots? They're called ellipses. That's called actually in copywriting a bucket brigade. And what a bucket brigade does, it's basically a transition sentence that keeps suspense and keep people watching or viewing. So if you see something like this, video is now the primary way people want to, don't you want to stay and actually see what happens next, right? Yes, people do. That's why it's so effective. So definitely use bucket brigades when you create your slide decks. And by the way, if you don't know how to do any of this, you absolutely can learn all of it. As I said, just by sitting with PowerPoint, it takes I'll be honest with you, it takes practice, like with anything worthwhile, but it works like a charm. And if you want to accelerate that kind of learning, I do have a course that's currently open, and it's called Content Boomerang. And it's all about repurposing content. It's only open till May 24th, and everything I'm talking about right now, you can learn through that course. It will probably take you a couple of days to get through it, a couple of tries, and I have students that are creating videos on their first try that would blow your mind off. It's blowing my mind away. So anyway, getting back to our affiliate post and what we need to do next. So we turn the deck into eye candy by adding fonts, colors, and images. And next, very, very important, we need to add the cover slide and the CTA, the call to action, the 2 most important elements of a slide deck that so many people manage to forget. But you know what? Not under my watch. So a cover slide is what brings people in. That's what people see for the most part when they see your repurposed content, whether it's video or your slide deck or any other repurposed content, right? Maybe a PDF, let's say. So this has to be your biggest eye candy right here. It needs to grab people and draw them in. But also the most important part for you as a business owner is this. Once again, you can see the bucket brigade, see the ellipsis at the end. The next slide. Boom, you have a link right here. You see that? And that's what brings traffic. And one more, where you literally tell people, click on this link. And don't think that you are overdoing by doing that. People literally need to be told exactly what to do next, because they've watched the video, they've looked through the slide deck. Now you need to build a bridge for them from the platform where they're looking at the content back to your website, and that's how traffic is generated. Miss this part and you'll be doing all this content, creating content, repurposing it for nothing. So just make sure always, always, always you have that call to action at the end. So next, let's see, did we do this one? Yes, we added the cover slide and the CTA. And next, we're going to save our deck as. And this is a very, very important point that I want to make. This sort of tells you why I want you to create a deck as your basic form of repurposed content. A slide deck is literally the epicenter of my content repurposing system because I've experimented with it so much. And slide deck is the only piece of content that it's like a chameleon. It can morph into other content formats very, very easily. And that's why it's so easy to, let me go back to this. It's so easy for me to go back and turn this. First of all, I like to turn it into a PDF, export it. You see there's function here, export it as PDF. Right there. So when I do that, what I can do is, let me go back to Google Chrome and I will show you. You see this? This is SlideShare. If you don't know anything about SlideShare, it's okay. It's one of the easiest platforms to use. And it basically hosts presentations like the slide deck that we created and any type of documents really. And actually you can even do embedded videos here. So it's just another way for you to repurpose your content and let it live on another very high traffic platform. Look at this. This PDF of mine, this slide deck, has 1,884 views. It really is not very bad at all, considering that this is affiliate product we're talking about. But you know what? The most beautiful thing, let me just scroll to the end about SlideShare, is the fact that the links here are clickable. If I click on this link on the screen, it takes me back to the blog post. So not only you have your call to action, but your call to action is right here in the slide deck as well. That's why I absolutely love SlideShare, and I think that you should never skip using that in your content repurposing routine. So going back to the slide deck. And by the way, this is Keynote, this is not PowerPoint. I'm on Mac and I prefer to use Keynote, simply because it has fewer functions. And I'm one of those people that I believe the more functions you have, the less likely you are to make a choice, the more time you take to make a choice, and just the longer generally it takes you to get from A to Z. And as a business owner, we can't afford that, right? So I use Keynote personally, but PowerPoint I love as well. It just has one too many options for me. So now that we exported the deck as a PDF, next thing we can do it as QuickTime, which is a video file. All you do, that's it. You just export it right here. If I click next, I will have a PDF file that I'll be able to put on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, any platform that allows you to have natively uploaded video. This is beautiful. You create one piece of content based on your existing blog post. And now all of a sudden I've already showed you how to turn it into a PDF and post it to SlideShare or other document hosting websites like Script, and there are a few of them. They're really good quality with a lot of good traffic on those websites. You can also, by the way, offer it as a bonus download for your readers, and all of a sudden you have a way to build a list on your website. So it's really very beautiful. So next, now I've showed you how to turn it into a video, but not only that, you can also save the slide deck as images. I'm not sure why it's not, oh yes, I need to get rid of this window first. So you can go next and save it as images. And now you have images that you can literally use on every platform. You can add them back to your blog post. You can share them on social media. You can do so much, as you know, with images. And once again, it's the same slide deck that you've created. Do you see how much potential that slide deck has? So all you need is a PowerPoint or Keynote, you most likely already have one of those two. If you don't, and if you want to go for something like something free, and by the way, PowerPoint these days, or Microsoft, I should say, offers a subscription to the entire Office for $7 a month. $7 a month, folks. It's like nothing if you can create this kind of content for $7 a month. So I definitely recommend you do that. But if not, Google Slides works as well. It has fewer functions, and my problem with Google Slides is not that it has fewer functions, but it doesn't have the time-saving functions that will actually make this process a lot quicker, a lot more efficient for you, like importing a slide deck, or importing your text outline, importing your blog post into PowerPoint with a click of a button. Google Slides does not have that, but you can still do it in Google Slides just fine. So, once again, I've just shown you how to repurpose an entire affiliate product blog post and share that blog post on all kinds of platforms, from, let's say, SlideShare that you can see right here, to YouTube videos, and I've shown you how this video is ranking #1 for that affiliate product. Or it even has a chance to rank on Google Images, which personally I don't believe that you will get that much traffic from. But you know what? What it has a link back to my YouTube video. And who knows, that could be why the video is ranking to begin with, right? So I am now in desperate need of some water and then a cup of coffee. I think you're well set to at least understand the power of repurposing your content. And I literally have given you the keys to the kingdom, to the content repurposing kingdom. It's the slide deck that I have shown you how to create and how to then save it as so many different pieces of content. And as a result, my blog post is ranking #1 on Google for several key keywords, the buying keywords, right? And it's making me hundreds of dollars a month. And I actually am one of the top affiliates, and I will be doing a webinar with the company about the product that will once again make even more money. And that's how you too can create content that sells. Now, this is very important before I let you go. You can absolutely do this on your own. If you have time, it might take some days, might take some months, but you know what? You can do it. But if you're tired of your business not making money now, if you want your content to sell, if you want someone like me to walk you through the entire content repurposing process that I have just described, I have this for you, contentboomerang.training. Go there right now after this video. Check it out for yourself. It's the entire system that I have described to you packaged as one training in 8 modules, easy to understand, with videos, screenshots, and you know the best part? Well, arguably, the best part is me. My current Content Boomerang students would all tell you that with Content Boomerang training, you get my absolutely undivided attention. I will hold your hand if I have to. I will encourage you. I will give you a kick in the rear when you need it. I will take a look at your content and let you know what you can improve. I'm absolutely accessible and there for my students. So, ladies and gents, go take a look at this. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.